Hello, my name is Dr. Miles McClellan. I am a professor of law and justice and a former federal prosecutor and a police commissioner. I am very pleased that you've decided to join me in this course on wrongful convictions worldwide. If you watch all the short video lessons in this course, you'll be well acquainted with how many wrongful convictions take place, what are the causes of wrongful convictions, the facts of some very famous cases of those wrongly convicted, and lastly, what are the suggestions to reform the criminal justice system so that we can significantly reduce the prevalence of wrongful convictions. Wrongful convictions have been called the civil rights movement of the 21st century. Apart from the abolition of the death penalty, there is no issue more important than the freeing of innocent individuals from prison. Not only is it incredibly important to ensure that someone who did not commit a crime not be punished, but equally, it is important to catch and convict the real perpetrator, who is running around free to continue committing crimes. The phenomenon of wrongful convictions is a worldwide issue. There are cases and studies to address wrongful convictions in the common law jurisdictions of the USA, the UK, Canada, Australia, New Zealand, and in the civil law jurisdictions, including countries like France, Poland, Israel, nations in Africa from Nigeria to Kenya, and across Asia and elsewhere. Most of the academic study of wrongful convictions has focused on what are termed the systemic causes. All jurisdictions have uniformly acknowledged what these causes are. Each will be the subject of a separate video lesson following this overview. We will examine tunnel vision, where police officers who are investigating a crime will narrow their investigation to the person they believe to be guilty to the exclusion of other individuals or evidence that would lead away from their supposition of guilt. Tunnel vision exists in almost all cases of wrongful conviction. Mistaken identification testimony is the #1 specific cause of wrongful convictions and is found in 70 to 80% of all recognized cases. This is testimony given by a witness to the crime or indeed the victim of the crime. It is amazing how weak this form of evidence actually is. Next, false confessions are a systemic cause. About 25% of wrongful convictions have this issue. As counterintuitive as it may seem, people do confess to crimes they have not committed. This is almost always the result of an abusive police interrogation. We also have what are referred to as jailhouse snitches or rats. They provide evidence from cellmates who they allege have admitted committing a crime. This testimony is highly unreliable. It is often given as a result of an inducement from the police or prosecution with the payment of money or some beneficial leniency of their sentence. There is misfeasance by lawyers in the criminal justice system, both counsel for the prosecution and for the defense. The most common cause of abuse by a prosecuting attorney is the withholding of evidence from the defense that could prove an accused's innocence. For defense counsel, it is providing inadequate representation. Next, there is the misuse of forensic testing. There are several scientific methods used in the past that have proven to be highly problematic and in fact have led to thousands of wrongful convictions. Bite mark evidence, tread mark evidence, fiber, hair comparisons have all proven to be junk science. We of course now heavily rely upon DNA evidence to either lead to someone's guilt or to provide proof of innocence. When done properly, it is the gold standard in a courtroom. Unfortunately, DNA is not always accessible to prove someone's innocence. The last video lesson will touch on compensation for wrongful convictions. There are remedies designed to help an exonerated individual rebuild a life, some of which are helpful and many of which are of no use because access to them is harsh and difficult to achieve. These financial remedies will be examined to conclude this course. Again, thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoy the lessons I prepared for you.